Hello everybody, in today's episode we're gonna do a little Q&A, just an opportunity for you to ask me whatever questions you have. I'm gonna give you updates on the video game tournament, and the Merc will take it away with the intro. So thank you so much for joining back in, and welcome back to the School of Hope.
Melodies are minor, I write my hooks in major. I don't got designer, but I got some songs on paper that could blow you out the water. Sayonara, see you later. I got 20 songs I'm trending on the Spotify equator. You still hate me, now you love me.
Welcome back everybody, welcome back to the School of Hope. We are on episode 40, I believe. It is episode 40. Week is almost over. It has really gotten so much warmer here in Germany where I live. It's basically summer. Which is it's crazy because just last week I remember it was so cold. I was out there freezing, and in the span of a few days all the snow melted away, and now it just feels like summer. What else do I have to tell you? My hair is getting out of control. The barbershop's open I think in March again, so I think I'm just gonna ride it out until then. But yeah, that's the status of my hair. And, oh yeah, on TikTok, I think we hit 1.7 million just yesterday, I believe, which is that's crazy. I mean, the way followers and views go on TikTok, it's pretty random. Obviously, if a video of yours performs well, there's going to be a lot of new followers coming in. But the same thing could happen the other way around. A video could not do well, and therefore you will not be gaining as many followers, which is completely normal. But as of late, there have been a lot of followers coming in, so I'm really grateful. And for everybody who's new to the podcast, welcome. I do this twice a week where I just talk to you, answer questions, and today we actually have a little Q&A that I wanted to do with you. I want to do these more regularly just to give you an opportunity to talk to me, to ask me any questions, because it is getting harder and harder for me to take time and talk to everybody in person on like Instagram, or I mean on in the TikTok comments it's basically impossible, but yeah, so I want to do these Q&As. Also, I have a Discord server where I'm very active. So if you want to hop over there, I'm pretty much online every evening. If you want to hang out with me and talk to me or the people in the server, it's always a lot of fun. And I left a link down in the description below if you want to join our server. To kick things off, let me give you an update on the video game tournament. For everybody who doesn't know, I started a video game tournament on my Instagram channel, which basically just means I let you choose your 32 favorite video game characters. I put them all in a single elimination tournament bracket, so they're fighting all each other. They're all fighting each other, and you guys get to vote on Instagram in the stories who wins. And every 2 days I have 2 more matches. The last 2 matches were Doomslayer versus Solid Snake, and Doomslayer won with 333 votes compared to 148. And Link actually won against Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy. I'm surprised by that, and it actually was super close. Link got 272 votes compared to 240 for Cloud. If you want to follow the tournament and what exactly is going on, I'm gonna leave a link down in the comments below, and you will get to see what is currently happening. But I believe that concludes our round 1, which means we are moving on to round 2, which is already stacked. We have for the first match, if you're watching this is already happening. We have Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat versus Master Chief, and then we have Slenderman haunting Sonic the Hedgehog. I feel like Sonic is gonna win this just naturally because he's just too quick for Slenderman. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But those are the 2 matches that are going to be going on live while you are watching this on Thursday. So let's move on to the Q&A. I gave you the opportunity to ask me anything you want on Instagram, and I chose some that I found interesting. If I could, I would just answer all the questions there, but unfortunately, we only have a limited amount of time to our hands. The first question comes in from Matt. How do I make habits like working out or eating food or eating good? I always believe that the hardest part about anything, especially when it comes to, working out or eating more healthily or just creating a habit, is really the first 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks, whatever you want to start, are going to suck, and it's going to be uncomfortable and you will want to give up. But if you manage to go past those 2 weeks, you're going to start to see change. For example, if you work out, you're going to notice, okay, I feel better. I can lift more weight. I can run faster. I can jump higher. Or if you're eating better food, you just feel more active. You feel more awake. You feel just better about yourself. And that is going to drive you forward to keep improving. But most people just give up in the beginning. And it might not be 2 weeks. It might just be 1 week or longer. It might be a month until you get over that hump of realizing that what you're doing is actually benefiting yourself. So what I would recommend to you is to start right now, today. As you're watching this, as soon as you stop watching, go and start working out. Eat healthily. Cut all that junk food out of your life. And just start. Like most people, have this habit of, they want to do something, but they keep pushing it away. They're going to keep saying, okay, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next week. When in reality, life is way too short to keep pushing things. You should just start right now. And the sooner you start, the sooner you will turn this into a habit. A habit is nothing other than repeatedly doing something. And if you manage to go over, for me, it's always 2 weeks, or I feel like it's always 2 weeks. So if you get over those 2 weeks, you're gonna be off running. The next question is from Vieri. What's your biggest fear? Well, when I was younger, my biggest fear was definitely darkness. I was horribly afraid of the dark, and I couldn't sleep in the dark. I always had to have a light on. Whenever I came home from a friend's place, I hated walking home in the dark. The darkness was really an issue for me when I was younger. Also, I am terrified of sharks, which is kind of ironic because I love swimming. I do believe that my fear of sharks has helped me to swim faster. Because whenever I'm in the water, and it doesn't matter if I'm in the ocean or in just a swimming pool, I always feel like there's a shark right behind me. I cannot get that out of my head. And it just drives me forward. So that really helped me learn to swim. But nowadays, what's my biggest fear? I got over my fear of the darkness, and I don't swim too much at the moment. I guess right now my biggest fear would be to not take advantage of the opportunities that are given to me. I realize more than ever, I believe, that life is incredibly short and it's valuable, and you really have to make the most out of it, and in a good way. I'm not thinking about life being way too short and I don't have enough time to do whatever I want. It motivates me to just not care anymore and just to do the things I want to do, to become the best version I can possibly become in the very limited amount of time that life has given to me. So I guess, not taking advantage of opportunities is my current fear, but it's less of a fear and more of a drive, more of a motivation for me. The next question comes in from Caesar. Why do we have to experience pain? Well, I think, whatever pain you experience or, go through, it's a lesson. When you fall down, every time you fall down, you learn something, I think. And it could be falling down in a very literal sense, but also, just failing at something. Most people just look at failure as what it is, just a failure, and they're not even going to bother to try again. I think in every failure and every misstep is a lesson, and it's up to us to take something from those failures and to take something from those lessons. They're incredibly valuable, and everything in life, every mistake we make, or every hardship we go through, there's always going to be something that is taught to us. And we might not realize that immediately, but later on we're going to see, okay, maybe this happened so I could, become a stronger person emotionally or physically. And I think pain is a good thing because it will teach you, but it can also be dangerous because some people tend to dwell in pain, to hold on to hardship, to hold on to negative emotions in the past. And I think you should take the lesson out of the pain, but then also be able to move past it, to move forward. Remember the lesson, but leave the pain in the past. I hope that made any sense to you. The next question comes in from Vito. What motivates you to keep doing what you're doing? So I guess what I'm currently doing is just, I'm just trying to turn whatever I'm doing at the moment, as in, making videos on TikTok, being active on social media, and building this platform, turning this into something that could, sustain me. And I don't have a plan. I never was somebody to, write down a strategy and then follow it. I was always just doing whatever was most fun to me. And I'm really happy to have found something that is truly fun to me, that is filling me with joy, and that is able to reach so many people, make so many people smile and happy, which is, in the end, all I ever cared about. So, to answer your question, what motivates me to keep going? It's realizing that whatever I'm doing, whenever I'm uploading a video, for example, it's going to make one person out there smile. I have way too many followers to keep count of. But I know that, and not every one of my videos is going to be a hit, so to speak. But I always believe that, or I hope at least, that one of my videos out there is going to make one person smile. That's all I ever wanted. So whenever I feel tired, whenever I feel like not going anymore, I think about that. I think about the people who really enjoy my videos, and that always motivates me to get up and to keep going. The next one comes in from Gabby. What do you think about COVID and the situation right now? Well, COVID it's crazy. I mean, it's pretty much been exactly a year now since it broke out here in Germany. Which is hard to believe that it's already been a year. It feels much shorter, but yeah, it's something nobody ever expected to happen. I mean, we've talked about, viral outbreaks before, but it was always just out there. It was never something that we really thought could potentially happen, but it did. And it caught all of us off guard. We didn't know how to deal with it. I guess we are still learning how to deal with it. I'm hoping that it gets better. My hope is that, the vaccine and everything is going to lead us to some sense of normalcy. But I guess the current situation is really tough. And especially for people who, for example, live alone, or who are struggling finding work, or who have just lost their job. Fortunately enough, I'm not one of them. I still have my job, and I still, have a roof over my head, and I don't need to worry about much. But many people out there are suffering, and it's horrible, and I feel so bad, and I just really hope that it's that the second half of 2021 is gonna help us to leave COVID behind us. Even though I still think that COVID is always gonna be around, I think it's just gonna be something like the flu. It's just gonna be like a virus that is around and that we have to deal with. But I hope that the vaccine is going to help just open the world up again. The next question is from Farrell. And thank you so much for asking all these questions. This is a lot of fun to me because I get to communicate with you. And I hope I'm answering these questions in a way that is relatable. So the next one is from Farrell. How old were you when you started watching anime? Oh boy, so I think, the first anime I ever watched was Naruto. And I remember sitting in front of the TV when I must have been between 9 and 10 maybe, and an ad was running for this new TV show from Japan, and it looked so cool, and I remember watching the first episode, and it just clicked for me. It just clicked for me right then and there, because at that time I was moving a lot. I was switching schools and moving between cities. And it was tough for me to fit in and, to find friends and just to feel comfortable. And in the first episodes of Naruto, I felt like Naruto was going through the same thing of feeling like an outcast, feeling like nobody liked him, just feeling alone in general. And I felt like that too. And that just, that meant so much to me to see that somebody else was going through the same thing as I was. And it just grew on me right then and there. I never looked back. I watched the show like 3 times now. You can see by the back, you can tell by the background, I am a huge fan. And it just meant a lot to me. So when I was 9, I watched Naruto for the first time, and that was my first anime. And then obviously right after I started watching One Piece. So I really grew up on One Piece and Naruto. And, later on I started watching other anime, Death Note, or so many more, Bleach. I recently started watching My Hero Academia, which is awesome. I'm trying to get into Attack on Titan, which I'm still trying to catch up on. There's a lot of great anime out there, and it's still evolving. I don't think we have reached its peak yet, because I also am aware that other countries are producing their anime now. Korea and China are getting into the game, not just Japan. So there's a lot more to look forward to. The next question is from Marvin. Which country are you from? I am from Germany. I'm born here. My mom is Korean and she grew up in America, and my dad is fully German. So I am half Korean, born in Germany, and I do have Yeah, I do have lots of family in America. So I'm born here and I am German. And I get this question all the time. If I speak German, yes, I do. I am German. The only reason I don't speak any German on my TikTok or in general on social media is because most of my followers are not German or German speaking. Most of my followers are actually US based or spread around the entire world, which is crazy to me to think of. Yeah, that's insane. Sometimes when I go live on TikTok, I read comments, greetings from the Philippines, greetings from New Zealand, greetings from Russia, just places I've, first of all, never been. I would love to visit. And second of all, that's incredible to me that one of my videos was able to go that far into the world, and then somebody watching it and feeling like, they liked it. So that's always awesome for me to hear and to see, and it really means a lot to me. The last question for today is from Angel. Did you ever see yourself where you are now? No. Well, in general, I would say that I'm not necessarily a person that plans far ahead into the future. I, for example, don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, like what videos I'm going to film. I wish I was able to plan more ahead, but I always felt like that life is so unpredictable and that plans are always going to change. Not always for the worse, but, plans are just going to change. Life is crazy and things are never going to go according to plan. And I think if you always live your life by trying to make the best out of every situation you get into, that's really the key to happiness. If if a job interview doesn't go the way you want it to, or if so many things in life can happen that are unpredictable. But I can assure you that a year ago, pretty much, I think I posted my first video on TikTok February 14th of 2020. So it's been almost exactly a year, a little longer than a year. And no, I did not see myself where I am right now. It's crazy. It's crazy how much has changed since back then. I've always wanted to make videos. I always loved editing. I am editing since I want to say 15 or 16. And I was just starting to make little movie clips for my friends, just to make them laugh. And that really got me into filmmaking. So I studied film after school. And I graduated in directing. But, after graduating and going through film school, I honestly didn't want anything to do with film anymore. It just drained me and I wanted to do something else. But editing always stuck with me. And, it took me from finishing school to February of 2020 to finally find something that filled me with joy again. That made me realize, okay, maybe making videos is fun. And I did not think we would be here right now. I explained in my last video on YouTube about my journey on TikTok, how this whole thing really kicked off in October of 2020. So from February until October, I was just making videos, whatever. I didn't think much of it. And then from October on, things really skyrocketed. And I guess here we are. But no, I did never see myself where I am right now. And I'm sure that a year from now, looking back, I will also not see myself there, or I would have not seen myself there. But that's also because I'm very much living in the present. I've never been someone who planned too far ahead. I just feel like it's too unpredictable. It's just too hard for me to really plan ahead when things just change so much on a daily basis. So to answer your question, no. But I think this pretty much wraps up the Q&A. We're going to do more of these. These are always so much fun to do. And I'm sorry for everybody who sent in a question and I wasn't able to answer it. We're going to do these at least, every 2 weeks or so, at least once a month. Give you the opportunity to ask me whatever you want to. And of course, I'm going to go live on TikTok. I'm going to try to go live at least once a week. I'm going to try to, usually on the weekends is when I have most time to, talk to you more. I'm just trying to find new opportunities to talk to you. Because obviously, since my platform is growing so much, it's harder for me to really keep track of all the messages that come in. But on YouTube, it's still very manageable. So I read all the comments on YouTube. Of course, on Discord, I'm very active and I read all the messages. And if you want to talk to me, as I said, you can join in the description. There's a link. And on Instagram, I pretty much try to read or try to go through my DMs every few days. But, let me just tell you that I'm really thankful for all the support. I'm so grateful that you guys enjoy watching my videos. That's still unbelievable to me that this many people like my videos, like watching me just film whatever's in my head. It's truly a dream come true, and it means so much to me. All the support, all the comments on TikTok, everything, all the followers, it means so much to me, and I'm gonna keep doing my best to make you smile. So with that all being said, the podcast will be back on next Monday. Until then, I wish you a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather if it's sunny for you as well, and keep smiling, stay awesome. I'll see you on Monday.
Melody sound minor, I write my hooks in major. I don't got designer, but I got some songs on paper that could blow you out the water. Sayonara, see you later. I got 20 songs, I'm trending on the Spotify equator. You still hate me, now you love me. How the tables turn, that's funny. Everybody wants a feature now that I'm making this money. Yeah, I ain't wanna put in work, fall face first into the earth. Fell 20 times the dirt, get back up till your feet hurt and bleed.